And we are very live today. Um, we'll see how we're doing. Um, Here, we actually just played a different game, but we recorded the video instead of started the stream. Um, Maybe we might play with editing that video later. I don't know. I don't really have any editing software at all, which is why I'm kind of just uploading these streams as is. But I'm not a capable video editor. I would say I'm capable of a last resort if you want someone to take 3 times as long and deliver half the product on editing a video. I've done that once or twice. Anyway, we are going to check our stream. If it shows up ever on our phone. Oh, now we are showing as live. Okay, here we go. Let's see if our music's too loud. Does not seem like it's too loud, so we are going to YOLO this, set our chat up right over here, and we are going to play our fourth 30-minute time control game of the day, if you can believe it or not. So we are black against another Indonesian. We played someone from Indonesia in our last game. They played E5, and we actually played a Sicilian for the first time in our recorded videos. And it looks like we are getting another Sicilian. Now, they played in Alapin, and while we tried to kind of make a dragon setup, we learned that that wasn't very good. So it looks like they are going for like some kind of Marazzi setup. I don't know if that refers specifically to what they're going for here. But that is typically what you call like or what I think of when I see the knight with the 2 pawns set up. Now the good thing about that is we have not committed to playing e6 yet, and so I'm gonna hold off. Okay, so this is book apparently. The Hyper Accelerated Dragon. I knew this was an opening. I didn't know that was this. So I don't feel too bad for playing this here. I'm thinking we fianchetto and then go d6. If they jump their knight in, we still have e6. Yep, bishop g7, and then I think d6 is our top idea here. Okay, going for the weak pawn. I'm not scared of this. Like, surely this isn't like some crazy book. Okay, so h6, knight takes, king takes. The only check that makes any sense is queen f3, and I think just knight f6. Oh, and then there's no e5 pinning because we can just take it. Or hitting the pin piece, because we can just take it. That also hits the queen. And the knight is supported. I see no reason not to go for this, just off the top of my head. And we're gonna even pre-move. Now, surely they're thinking about knight takes f7. And I think I would like to see it at this point. And knight h3 is certainly a move. Okay, so they're gonna try and reposition their knight to f4. I don't really see what to do about that right now. Part of me is thinking, so I'm trying to decide right here between c6 and e6. c6 opens my bishop. e6 makes the square that I want to put my knight on available. Okay, and I think we're gonna go d6. If they... Okay, we are not concerned. Because everything's just awkward here. Like, this pawn on c4 is just in the way. If their bishop was here, this would be a lot more scary, but it's not. In fact, what if knight d4? If knight d4, I'm threatening knight c2 with the fork. And obviously I'm hitting the queen. The question is going to be what they do with their queen. And I'm not seeing anything that's like particularly good. Queen f4 gets in the way. Queen f5 takes. Queen f6 takes. So, I mean, these both walk into... Okay, this does not walk into your... Okay, so the two candidate moves here are Queen d3 and Queen d1. And I think they're both a little sad. Between these two, I'm definitely picking Queen d1. Because what the fuck is your d pawn now? Like, what even is happening here? Okay, obviously we can think about taking. It kind of opens attack on our king, but that structure is just awful. F4 is kind of something, but our F5 is kind of something, but I don't believe. Okay, if push, we can just take and re-support this way. We totally have time for d6. But then we lose our ability to take. We're going to play it. I think this is just too bad for white. And we need to speed up. We're way too slow. Get going. Okay, so if push, we take, and we do have a tactic. That does not work at all. Okay. Okay, we just take. If you jump to the middle, I'm just gonna d6. That's the reason we, or e6. That's the reason we have not played e6 is so we can kick the knight if it ever jumps to e6. So castles. We're gonna trust our analysis here. Takes. Takes. You can push. But I can just take. Queen takes. Oh no. Push? Oh no. Yeah, no. So if takes, we're gonna confidently take, and then this reopens this attack. But we have our bishop supported by our knight. So I still like our position. If they go for the sack. Alright, and plan was if knight d5, we still have e6. Yeah, the other knight d5. And we still have e6. And if takes our knight, we take back with the queen. Yeah, we're gonna have to remember that we now have this target on d6 after knight d5 or after e6. But this was our analysis, so we're gonna stick to our guns here. We have this beautiful knight outpost. Okay, we said queen takes no. And now you've got to do something with your knight. This was still our analysis. Oh, man, I really want to get this bishop or this knight here. It's just so unbelievably juicy. I would not be surprised if g5's the best move. We're really going to consider g5 here. Like, g5 is my top candidate move. Okay, we're throwing out e5 because we don't like knight d5. That's the whole reason we never played e5 at any point. Okay, let's just go for like let's calculate for a second. King goes over. Our pawn is hanging. And I don't really see what we've accomplished. So let's find another candidate idea. And my second candidate idea here is a6 b5. We're gonna go for this because we're just starting to feel a little time pressure. If he jumps his knight back, plan was to take and then push, which I don't like because now our bishop is just ass. So the reason we wanted to push is because it defends our d6 pawn after knight vacates d4. So he did not like our idea here, apparently. Okay. Okay, so b4 or b5 walks into e5, which hits both the rook and the queen. So rook b8 maybe. Or rook a7. Okay, I think we're gonna start with rook b8. Rook b8. That way there's no shenanigans here. I did spot the trick. We might even go rook d or bishop d7. I think maybe forever ago bishop d7 might have been the idea. We're gonna put a pin in this. And the reason why bishop d7 would have been an idea is to try something like bishop d bishop a4 and get this pin in. The thing is, bishop d7, just a4. And now I can't play a4 because, or bishop a4 because rook takes. Castling does admittedly look a little scary. No, I think I'm better here. And the reason I think I'm better is, oh my god, what is this bishop? Okay. So one thing to remember is if this b pawn moves, we have this check that picks up the rook. And the same thing is true even after castles, because we still have the square. I mean, this is still check. Okay. We're like fucking psychic or something. Yeah. And I think this is suddenly resignable for white. It's not, because, okay, takes. I didn't calculate, like, jack shit, apparently. Okay, this is check. Okay, that was not the line I'm going for if I'm white there. I was shitting bricks for half a second. Thinking that there was something. I think I can still come up. Alright, I think that after the line I was looking at, I'm still doing better. But um and probably I'm still winning. But we're gonna put a pin on that idea too. We're gonna have to look to see how that all went. But yeah, now we're just up a clean exchange. And I want to trade queens, if that's not obvious. I mean, we could have picked up this pawn, but then we lose this pawn, and I think we're actually in trouble if that pawn falls. Okay, there's no bishop b2 because we take the queen. We looked at that already. Not sure where your checks are. Captures. These both look suspicious. Queen takes, we have bishop takes. And you can't trap it, so take. Okay, that's a DC. Oh, that was not a DC. We got fake DC'd. I will say we have been playing some good chess today. I mean, what are we like? What's being analyzed here? Snakes takes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is a move that never crosses my mind in a million years. I never look at bishop a4 because what the fuck is the bishop doing on a4? I'm very curious if that's going to turn out to be the best move somehow. Like, I mean, he's an 1100 who's losing, so obviously, like, we're going to look at bad moves, but bishop a4, man, what are we doing? Okay, there is an idea to, like, sack. sec here, but I don't see what we accomplish. We just play rook d8. And the other way, takes, knight, rook d8. Gonna be honest, my man, I don't see it. So this was our attacking idea like a year and a half ago, and we're gonna continue with b5. And we're not going to push and attack the bishop, because at this point we are better. We should either be trading down, which takes, or we should be opening the position to make our advantage more felt. Okay. Okay, weak pawn. Remember, weak pawn. Okay, so okay. Rook a8 takes. Rook takes. Takes, and we're behind the pawn. Rook a8. d5. Rook takes. Takes, we're behind the pawn. I like how we played b8 and now we're playing rook a8. Kind of stupid, but okay. I think here we push. Oh, hang on, Anders. What are we doing? And after knight takes, we take this pawn, and their position crumbles. Like, it's been crumbling, but like... I'm still mildly concerned about e5 ideas. Like, what if e5 here? Well, e5... No, hang on. What if e5 here? If e5 here, I can just take the pawn. And now they're down another full piece. And actually, hang on. Here we play e5 ourselves. Don't take the pawn. We play e5. Now this knight is kind of pretty meh. Okay, we're gonna add some pressure. Forcing one of these. Okay. This was a move we were like half concerned about, but I don't think I am anymore. Okay, if takes, we take here, okay. And now takes. And we have a pass pawn. Oh, okay. So this is a fork. So we're gonna prevent our fork. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no, I think we've done a fairly successful campaign here. We're just up in exchange, heading towards a fairly clean endgame. Okay, I can just push this pawn, can't I? Thanks. Okay. Okay, scary thing about this position for white, outside of the fact that it's an endgame and he's down in exchange, is I'm currently protecting my promotion square. So he's gonna have to bend over backwards a little bit to try and make anything happen. And so, to prevent a pawn push, I'm thinking bishop bishop b3. It's the only way to get this bishop back in the game. Or bishop b1. Bishop d1. Oh my gosh. Let's call squares their names. So bishop d1, and I think I can push anyway. Because as it takes, which lost the pawn there, but we get the pawn back. And we've successfully traded down. And we're still up in exchange. I don't understand these playlists. Like, this is okay. Like, obviously this is really relaxing. Okay. I think we're going to be winning this pawn. And if not, we're going to get our rook to the 7th. Okay, I'm okay with a trade here. Okay, here. Takes. Okay, you have this check, but I just walk up. And we're on different colors. There's not like a fork here with my rook and king on the same color, is there? Fork would be right here. But your knight is on the wrong color to get to that square. So we shall continue with the plan. Okay, what about here? There's no... I think we're too far apart. Yeah, okay. C4? Okay, we're gonna pick up the pace. We didn't win a pawn, but we're still making progress. Yeah, I did not want to see that. I can't believe I lost a pawn here. Okay, rook on the 7th. Just good endgame principle. And now I should be able to clean this up, even losing the pawn. Okay, takes. King up. King. Oh, so takes king g7. And if you push, I take. Oh, there's no push. But yeah, now your king is like, unless you do some weird knight shit, where you get your knight all the way down here, and you run your king this way, your king's just out of this game. So we're gonna clean up here. Like, our king is gonna get into the game. Okay. And we're gonna try and pay attention to the color that my pieces are on. Or that my king and my rook are on. Just because if they're on different colors, they are not forkable. Okay, is there any reason not to go this way? I'm not gonna lie, that kind of seems like the worst move. Like the worst knight move. Here, push, takes, push, mate. We're gonna go for it. Okay, that's no longer mate. But we can take. No idea what your plan here is. Okay. No forks. Because you can't attack the rook. Okay. GG. Okay. That was a fun one. We used a lot of time, and we were winning in the opening. But figuring out how to win at the end was certainly fun. I wish you would have let me do some more pre-moving. Because I totally could have pre-moved mate there. So yeah, here were our pre-moves. Oh, so yeah. We had what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, hang on. Got the queen behind the rook. Yeah, queen behind the rook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was mate. Obviously, there's mate in 7 somehow, it says, but whatever. I quite prefer what the pre-move shenanigans. All right, game review. I did feel like I messed up somewhere, so let's see. Like the opening. Oh yeah, and I did let them back in the game, but obviously endgame was winning. 6 inaccuracies. So really, this is inaccurate. I guess. Like I let them way back into the game. Okay. Queen F3, okay. And I'm just winning here. Queen F3 is so bad that I'm just winning. Okay, this is before I kind of let them back in the game, so we're still doing all right here. Okay. Knight F3 check is apparently, like, only okay. Which is actually a little wild to me. And the reason I think it's okay is because I can take on B3. But yeah, no. If I take on B3, you just slide over? I think I'm missing something here. Yeah, what's the mess move here? Knight C2 check is better? I guess. Queen takes C2. There must be some kind of horizon thing going on here because it did not like that nearly as much as it did when I get back to the review. Okay. So this is before I started letting them back into it. And I think... So this idea apparently was not all that good, and I just totally let them back into the game. Okay, yeah, they definitely played this pawn endgame pretty poorly. I figured that after my rook got to the 7th, I'm just never losing. What are you supposed to play? H4 probably? I imagine this is still got to be winning. Okay. So my endgame trade idea apparently was not... Okay. Yeah. And now he's dead lost. Because I did spot this idea. Okay. So that was our day today. We are 3 for our last 3 and 3 of 4 on the day. Unfortunately, I think 2 of those games are gonna wind up maybe lost of time, unless I decide to edit the one I just played back into existence. But it was pretty short. It was so short that I was going to check to see how like long I was streaming, and it apparently, like, it was probably only 20 minutes or so, and Well, I wasn't streaming, I was just recording. So I have just raw video that maybe we'll edit somehow. But yeah, we're recovering Elo, baby. It's kind of wild that we got two Sicilians back to back. All right. Well, everyone, I will see you later, and hopefully you enjoy.